Joining the podcast is William Hughes, a Democratic candidate for the state house in House District 21. This is in the Holly Springs and parts of South Canton area in Cherokee County. William, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, how's it going?
So we are excited to have you here today to talk about your campaign for the state house. But before we get into some of the issues, tell us a little bit more about your background and what led you to run for this seat in the state house.
Okay. I have grown up kind of all over the country, but I spent a lot of time in Tennessee. I was born in Georgia, in Baxley, and that was while my dad was on co-op. So traveled around a lot and grew up, like I said, in Tennessee. Went to college in Tennessee. Worked in the fast food or short order cook restaurant, and just kind of normal life, I guess. Always a little bit on the lower income side of things whenever I was living with my mom. But that's how that went. I got my engineering degree, went into control systems engineering. First started off controlling wind tunnels up at Arnold Air Force Base. And then I moved down here after I met my wife, or soon to be my wife anyway, back in 2005. And we got married after I moved down here. Changed jobs a couple times, but always in control systems engineering. Uh, the that background is a very troubleshooting, problem solving, team building and working, idea sharing kind of environment. And in the back of my mind, that's always been what I thought politics needed, and more today than probably 20 years ago, 30 years ago, when you had that, see, at least from the news clips, right? It seemed like they had a very good collegial atmosphere where they would work together to solve problems, come across the aisle, recognize that all Americans, and in Georgia, all Georgians have a lot of common goals and needs and desires. And that I don't see that as much anymore. I see a lot of fighting and team and tribal kind of activity that I don't think is serving the people of Georgia. So toward the end of last year, I got a text message from someone, I guess had gotten my phone number from, me signing some petition online or supporting Bernie Sanders or something like that. And texted me and said, "Hey, have you ever considered running for office? Because there's lots of opportunities in Georgia where there aren't Democrats that are incumbents. These are districts like District 21, which have been Republican districts for a very long time. But in 2018, they had a really good recruitment drive, and they got a lot of people into the mix and started running campaigns, and they even had a lot of pretty good surprise wins and flips from traditionally Republican to Democratic things." And I said, "Yeah, I have thought about it. I mean, if you argue about politics on the internet, every once in a while you think, well, I could do better than that." And it's like, yeah, sure, I'll do that. So I met with a guy and talked about what we could do. And there were lots of things that I could run for. And I just sort of picked state house. So that's where I am.